Hi friends, I'm Laura and welcome to my channel. Today I thought we could do some really fun spring activities. I feel like the weather around here has been amazing lately and I'm loving it, but it doesn't quite look like spring. It feels like spring, but it doesn't look like spring. And so I want to do some things around the house and the yard today just to invite spring into the house and get all those wonderful vibes going. So hello from Luna. Is that my pretty kitty? She's a good cat. So let's go have some spring adventures. Look how pretty. Loons? Yeah. You are such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You got the sun in your eyes. Oh, she wants the camera. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Luna. So I'm out in the garden because there are a couple things I want to check in on here before I head out to the store. So this whole back deck kind of needs to get cleaned up. And then I have this really sad situation going on with my favorite pots. These pots are so gorgeous. I love the shape of them and they're like a vintagey whitewashed terracotta look, but they are broken. There's a giant crack all the way around. And, oh yeah, see? Okay, yeah, so that just like splits right off. I've had them only for like 2 years, so that's really sad to me. But I want to take a measurement with them with my tape measure and try to find something that's comparable but in a different material. What are these ones made out of? So these are just, oh, I see. It was made to come apart. They're kind of the way that they did the mold together. This is, it almost feels like it's made out of a tire, like some kind of rubber or plastic. And obviously it just wasn't a good design. I think I got it at Home Depot or Lowe's. And then the other one, I have a matching one right here. You can tell that it is doing the same thing. It's got a big crack right there. And it's not all the way around on this one yet, but if I were to lift this up and try to move it, that pot would probably fall apart. So I need to replace those two big pots that flank the herb garden. And then the other thing that I want to do right now before I go out to the store is I do have a bunch of these nursery pots hanging around from previous year's plants that I bought, and I want to take them with me since I'm going to Lowe's or Home Depot because they have a recycling program there where you can go and drop off all the nursery pots and other people can come and pick them up and use them for free when they are seed starting and stuff. So that is what I'm gonna do. Okay, and then here is the front porch situation. We've got lots of containers that have lots of dead plants in them all over the porch. I did buy some new flowers already, so I'm really excited to pot those up in some of these. And then the other thing that I was thinking, and I've been thinking this for the last year or so, is that I'd really like to replace these containers, maybe move these two to like right here on the inside of the brick stairway going up to the front of the house. And then I was thinking some taller urns like up to there to do nice flowers that pour out at the front door. So I'm gonna take a measurement of this really quickly and then we can go to the store. Okay, so I'm thinking somewhere around like the 27-inch mark would be really nice. Some kind of urn there that's much taller because these are kind of small for the scale of the house. Okay, now that I know what we are shopping for and I've got my little tape measure here ready to go to the store. And these little tape measures, I don't know if anybody else has one, I'm obsessed. They're cute And they're tiny, they're not bulky, they're lightweight. We have two of them, and I swear I'm always losing them because I use them all the time. They're brilliant if you need to go to the store to get something for the office or the garden or anything, and you need to take measurements, but you don't want to carry the big, bulky, heavy tape measures. So got this, and let's go shopping. My first stop was to Home Goods. I wanted to check out all of their containers, and I fell in love with some of the florals here. They are so gorgeous and spring-like. I am adoring them, and I love the color palette. It's simple and lovely, and I thought those would be so pretty for a centerpiece in the dining room. And then I also looked at a couple of the purple wreaths that they had that I thought would mirror that centerpiece floral arrangement that I want to make for the dining room. I picked one of those wreaths up and those flowers, and I'm so excited to decorate the inside of the house and the outside like it's spring and just welcome all of those wonderful spring vibes. Then I head to the plant nurseries and I see what my options are for those containers outside. I am so in love with the moon garden idea right now, so I really ended up gravitating towards the white flowers and lots of different green foliage plants. Really loving that look. Then I head to at home, just doing all the errands in one go. I want to make sure I have everything for this project before I start it. That way, once I get home, it's all work and all progress in welcoming spring. There were lots of urn options at the at home store, and I loved that there were so many options. So I grabbed these ones. I thought they looked so pretty. They're like a faux whitewash concrete color, and they have a little floral motif medallion on them, and I thought they were a really great height. But they were more expensive than these other ones from Walmart. So I also have these two from Walmart, and I'm just trying to decide, do I like the ones from Walmart enough to keep those ones on the front porch, or do I really want the bigger investment urn ones? And I end up deciding for those faux concrete ones. I think they just were the perfect scale for the front of the house, and I really think it helps tone down the brick a little bit and adds that feminine touch. So I absolutely love that. If you know anything about me, I'm all about those floral, feminine, Bridgerton type vibes. I want my whole house to look like a garden. And I really think these tall faux concrete urns have that vibe to them. Like they're just so pretty and they look vintagey and feminine, and I am loving that. No worries though, the ones that I picked up from Walmart that were a lot cheaper, I'm going to end up using those on the back porch to replace the broken planters that I was talking about a little bit ago. And that's actually great because it's taller than the planters that were broken, so it's actually going to flank that raised herb garden a lot better. Now I'm going to get started planting up these urns. Oh my goodness, I am so obsessed. If you don't follow Garden Answer, I highly, highly recommend. She did a really short video. It was a YouTube short video early this spring. It must have been like April, probably, in her greenhouse where she did a moon garden. And I was so obsessed. I loved the way it looked, and I never would have thought that because I really do like color, especially like pink flowers and purple flowers and stuff. A couple years ago, I did lots of oranges, but when I saw that video, I knew that white was just such a like elevated feminine look, and I knew I wanted to try it. So that's the direction I go with for these front porch urn planters. And because it's spring, it is still freezing at night here. So I had a
pretty limited plant selection. I had to choose things that could take a soft freeze, a soft frost. So these are things that can handle like 39, 35-degree weather. And I think I did really good here. I have some lamium that definitely survived the whole season. Pansies are obviously amazing for that. I have these, I think they're called candy tufts, and some other frost hardy white flowers, or at least soft frost hardy. They probably couldn't take a hard frost, which is like below 30 degrees, but they worked for this, and I'm so pleased. I think it's gorgeous. And then I also found this gorgeous concrete bowl, and that was at home, and I am obsessed with it. I am doing this for the back porch on the coffee table, and I'm going to make a mini moon garden for a centerpiece on that coffee table on the back porch, just to mirror these front urns. And I love it. I've got pansies, I've got that candy tuft plant, I've got some Silver Falls dichondra, and I've also got some white phlox. And my thought was lots of different textures and heights and types of green foliage. So that Silver Falls dichondra has a bluish silvery sparkle foliage, and then I've got all of these different white flowers that will be at different heights. And I lost the voice recording for all of these clips, so I'm just doing a voiceover. But what I'm explaining here is how some of these will trail over the side of the pot. Like the pansies will grow and grow and grow and fall over the side of the pot. So will the Silver Falls dichondra. And I'm just trying to create something that's going to look so lovely back there. Next, we're going to head inside the house and work on the entryway. When you walk into our house, it's immediately into the dining room right here. So I really wanted to replace the centerpiece I have in there. And then, of course, I picked up a coordinating wreath with those soft purple vibes. And I love the way that looks on the front door. It's so beautiful. These gorgeous flowers that I picked up from at home. They're all of the really beautiful conical type flowers in spring. So all of the lilac type shapes. And I love that there are two different colors of purple and a white color in these flowers. I think it's so gorgeous, and lilacs come in lots of different shades of purple, and there's also some white lilacs as well. So I love this look, and I think it's perfect. One day I really hope to replace that painting we have back there of the autumn scene. That's something my husband picked up right when we moved into this house, and I've never been the biggest fan of it because in a season like early spring, it doesn't make sense to have an autumn painting there. So, hoping to replace that eventually, but not today. I've also got this gorgeous frame that we were gifted for our wedding, and I put a wedding photo in there. I absolutely love the way that this look came together, and I hope you've enjoyed joining me today while I welcome spring onto our front porch, our back porch, and our entryway. I think the space looks so refreshed and lovely and feminine right now. I cannot wait to see how these spaces evolve over the next year through all the different seasons. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more creative projects and lifestyle content, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends!